Good morning, everyone. After basic concept, the next concept is a chain rule. According to chain rule, suppose y is a function of t and t is a function of x, and you want to calculate dy over dx. In this situation, the required condition or formula will be dy over dt into dt over dx. This is known as chain rule concept of derivative. Suppose I have a question y is equal to sine 2x. Y is equal to sine 2x. From here we know very well y is a function of sine and sine is a function of 2x. We can do this question by two methods. The first we should evaluate let t is equal to 2x. That means our question will be what? Y is equal to sine t. Now, the required formula for derivative of y with respect to x is given by what? dy over dt into dt over dx. From here, the value of dy over dt will be equal to what? Cos t. And the value of dt over dx is equal to what? 2. That means the required answer will be 2 cos 2x. You can use this concept for solving this type of question. Now, you can do this question by another method, or you can do this by another method. Suppose your question y is equal to sine 2x. Y is equal to sine 2x. If you want to calculate dy over dx, it will be equal to d over dx sine of 2x. For this x, this complete part with theta, the derivative of sine theta is, you know very well, this will be equal to cos 2x. Then after that, what? D over dx of 2x. And the required answer will be 2 cos 2x. You can do that previous question by this method also. Suppose you have one more question. Y is equal to log base e sin x. Find dy over dx. That means first you should do what? Dy over dx is equal to d over dx of log sin x. And you know, for log, the complete part is known as x, and you know very well that the derivative of log x is what? 1 upon sin x. And you can say after that dy over dx of sin x. The derivative of sin x is what? Cos x. That means we cos x upon sin x, and this part is known as what? Cot x. This is your final answer. Suppose we have one more question. Y is equal to under root of cos 2x. Y is equal to under root of cos 2x. For this type of question, your question will be what? Y is equal to cos 2x to power 1 by 2. The first concept will be what? X to power n. And you know very well when you're differentiating both sides with respect to x, you get what? D over dx of cos 2x to power 1 by 2, and you get what? 1 upon 2 cos 2x to power 1 upon 2 minus 1. Then after that, derivative of cos 2x, that means will be equal to what? 1 upon 2 cos 2x to power minus 1 by 2. Derivative of cos is what? Sin x. It will be equal to what? Minus of sin 2x. Then after that, which is known as derivative of 2x. That means 1 upon 2 minus sin 2x upon under root of cos 2x, and derivative of 2x is what? 2. 2 to 2 cancel out, and this will be equal to minus sin 2x over under root of cos 2x, which is your final answer of this type of question. This is known as chain rule of derivative. This is known as chain rule of derivative. Suppose we have one more question. Y is equal to log base cos sin x. Log base cos sin x. before doing this question, you know very well log a base b equal to what? Log e base b over log e base a. On the behalf of this concept, you can say your question will be log sin x over log cos x. That means in this question, this part is known as u and this part is known as v. That means when you're differentiating both sides with respect to x, you get v means what? Log of cos x. Derivative of log sin x minus u. That is what? Log of sin x. Derivative of log cos x whole upon log cos x whole square. Now, according to concept, log cos x derivative of log sin x what? 1 upon sin x derivative of sin x. Derivative of sin x minus log sin x derivative of log cos x is what? 1 upon cos x derivative of cos x whole upon log cos x whole square. That means you can say this will be your log cos x derivative of sin is what? Cos. It will be equal to cos x upon sin x minus log sin x. Derivative of cos is minus sin. This will be a minus sin x upon cos x whole upon log cos x whole square. That means you know very well cos upon sin is what? Cot x. It will be your cot x log cos x minus minus plus sin upon cos tan x log sin x upon log cos x whole square. This is your final answer of this type of question. Suppose we have one more question. Y is equal to log of mod x. Log of mod x. That means you can say your question will be what? Log x or log of minus x when x is more than 0 and here when x is less than 0. That means when you're differentiating both sides, according to chain rule, your question will be what? Log of mod x and you get y is equal to log x when x is more than 0, log of minus x when x is less than 0. That means when you're differentiating both sides, derivative of dy over dx, derivative of log x is what? 1 upon x when x is more than 0. This will be what? 1 upon minus x and derivative of minus x is what? Minus of 1 when less than 0. And your final answer will be 1 upon x when x is more than 0 or 1 upon x when x is less than 0. That means the final answer is y is equal to log of mod x, and remember derivative of this part will be equal to 1 upon x. Thank you. It's the concept of chain rule.